G'day folks, Connor here from CW's Tech Reviews, back with another video. And today we're looking at the BTwear POWERPODS. So without further ado, hit that like button and the subscribe button and let's get stuck into the video. Let's go. Now the BTwear POWERPODS are a fresh new pair of Bluetooth in-ear pods. They've been on the market now for a couple of months and I've been using them for about a week. And I have to say, I'm a little bit impressed with the quality here. Now, as soon as I opened them up, I could tell they're a little bit above what I've been reviewing recently. They just got a good quality feel to it, nice finish on the product. You open the box up, there's the headphone case itself, and within inside there are the POWERPODS themselves. You also get in the case 4 pairs of sizes, so they don't fit into your ear. There is other sizes there to adjust them to make sure that they do fit. So there should be a fit there for everyone. Now they definitely have a nice rubbery feel to them and some gold trim just around the earpiece there and some branding as well. So they look and feel good. I mean, you're not going to be disappointed wearing these, and you wouldn't be, if you've seen someone else wearing these, you wouldn't be thinking, what the hell is that? They look pretty standard for a pod, but they've got their own individual flavor to them. There's also some gold trim on the front and back of the case and a bit of branding there that says BTwear on the case as well. A couple of things to note that I thought were impressive off the bat. One is USB Type-C. Most headphones or earphones in this price point are still avoiding USB Type-C. The POWERPODS have them, happy days. And the other one that I thought was quite impressive is Bluetooth 5.0, because a lot of cheap products on the market now are still pushing Bluetooth 4.1 or around that era. Like I said, these are a couple of good specs for the mid-range section. Most brands will leave one of those out, if not both of them. Now, a couple of other specs. You've got 450 milliamp of battery within the case and the pods. That's about 40 hours of playback, which I think is pretty cool. You've got 2 10mm drivers in each one that offers some good sound, touch control, IPX5 water resistance, and they also have what they call twin mode, which is where you can share the pods, one for you, one for your mate. But crikey, don't go sticking this in your ear and then in your mate's ear. That is disgusting. Now, when it came to ease of use, I found these quite easy to operate. Turn your Bluetooth on your phone on, get the case out, open one and take the right ear pod out. The right ear pod is your master ear pod. It's the one that sort of controls most things. Press scan on your Bluetooth settings and it will pop straight up and you can pair it. Simple, no problems. Then once you are using them, it is fairly easy to operate. So you can just tap on each one to pause or play a song. Then you can tap twice on the right ear to skip forwards and twice on the left ear to skip backwards. Now, if your phone starts ringing while you're listening to music, just hold your finger on for 2 seconds and it will mute the phone ringing. However, if it is an important call, it is a Wi-Fi, just tap it once to answer the call. Now, if there is no call coming through and you do hold your finger on the touchpad for 2 seconds, that will trigger your assistants, whether it's G or Siri, it'll trigger it for you. And that's a necessity these days, an evil necessity. We always need the assistant nearby. And now we're going to look at the sound. Now, this is really tricky to look at because you've got to consider 5 or 6 main things when you're reviewing the sound of a product. Number 1 is, what am I listening to? 2, am I using an equalizer and adjusting the settings to suit the genre of music and the speaker that I'm using? What player or device am I using to play my music? What environment am I in, and how good or bad is my hearing? So let's think about that. While I give you my experience, this is going to be different for you. For me, overall, the sound is pleasant. Now, I have experienced this a few times lately, where once you get around 75 to 80% loudness, things start to get a little bit too loud and a little bit distorted. So they put out some really nice sound for the price, between 10% and 75% volume range. From 75 to 100, it starts to get distorted. That is not unusual for this price point. Now, the lows were represented fairly well and I got to enjoy some nice bassy tunes with these. Again, the mid-volume section, so having it at say 50% volume, the bass sounded really, really good, and I really enjoyed the experience I had listening to some of the music that I like, which is a bit of rap, bit of hip hop, The mids sounded nice and pleasant, and that was right up to 75% volume, and the highs, again, they were pretty good as well, up to about 75%, where they started to become pretty tinny. Now, best case or best situation for me for using the BTwear POWERPODs, for me, was either at home while I was just pottering around the house, or on public transport when I could just sit still and block out the sound. Now, they were fairly comfortable to wear. I didn't really experience any pain or any discomfort while wearing them, and I would wear them for up to an hour and a half at a time. Overall, these are a decent buy for the price. I would definitely recommend them. If, you know, 60 bucks is your price range, then this is going to be something you can consider, and you're going to get a pretty good product out of it. Especially that it's a nice, small little case. You're going to get about 40 hours of playback out of it, so that's like at least a week of playback. Say if you travel to and from work an hour each way on public transport, you're going to get about 2 weeks worth, maybe even more, out of the battery on this. So I think for the price, you're not going to get much better, and you definitely can get a lot worse. They look good, they feel good, they sound good, and they're comfortable. BTwear POWERPODs, they get a thumbs up from me. Thank you for watching. I hope you appreciate the video, and I will catch you in the next one. Check ya.